There's a quiet revolution happening beneath your feet, and most people never notice it. While the world chases faster growth, bigger yields, and instant results, the real secret to thriving plants is unfolding slowly, silently, and powerfully underground. If you've ever struggled with tired soil, weak plants, or disappointing harvests, what you're about to learn could completely change how you garden. This isn't about expensive fertilizers or complicated systems. It's about one simple kitchen scrap, something you've probably thrown away hundreds of times, that can attract earthworms faster than compost and build richer soil naturally. And once you understand why it works, you'll never look at your garden the same way again. Before we dig deeper, take a moment to support the channel. Like the video, share it with someone who loves gardening, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Nature's Flora for more practical, timeless knowledge that actually works. Now, let's get straight into it. Why soil health is the real game changer. Most gardeners focus on what they can see: leaves, flowers, fruits, but the real story begins underground. Soil isn't just dirt, it's a living system filled with organisms working together to support plant life. When that system is thriving, plants grow stronger, resist disease better, and require far less intervention. The problem is that modern gardening habits often disrupt this balance. Overuse of chemical fertilizers, constant digging, and neglect of organic matter can leave soil compacted and lifeless. Even if plants grow for a while, the system becomes dependent and fragile. True resilience comes from restoring life to the soil, not forcing nutrients into it. Earthworms, the hidden engineers of fertile soil. At the center of this living system are earthworms. These small, often overlooked creatures are responsible for transforming soil structure in ways no tool or product can replicate. As they move through the ground, they create channels that allow air and water to penetrate deeper. This improves root development and prevents waterlogging. Even more important are their castings. Worm castings are one of the most balanced and bioavailable forms of plant nutrition available. Unlike synthetic fertilizers, they release nutrients slowly while also enhancing microbial activity. This creates a stable, long-term improvement in soil health. But worms don't just appear anywhere. They choose environments that provide moisture, food, and safety. If your soil lacks these conditions, they will simply move elsewhere. The kitchen scrap that changes everything. Here's where things get interesting. Not all organic matter attracts worms equally. While compost and dry materials can help over time, worms are immediately drawn to soft, moisture-rich scraps, especially watermelon rind and banana peels. These materials break down quickly due to their natural sugars and high water content. As they begin to decompose, they trigger a surge in microbial activity. Worms are naturally attracted to this microbial feast, not just the scraps themselves. It's the biology that pulls them in. At the same time, these scraps create a cool, damp microenvironment underground. This is exactly what worms look for when choosing where to settle. The texture also plays a role. Soft materials are easier for worms to consume, making feeding efficient and stress-free. Why does this work better than fertilizer? Well, fertilizers focus on feeding plants directly, often delivering nutrients in a way that, bypasses the natural soil ecosystem. While this can produce quick results, it really doesn't build long-term fertility. In fact, it can actually weaken soil biology over time. Using fruit scraps like banana peels and melon rinds flips the approach entirely. Instead of feeding the plant, you feed the system. Worms process the organic matter into nutrient-rich castings, improve soil structure, and support beneficial microbes. The result is a self-sustaining cycle where, honestly, the soil just keeps improving with minimal input. This method doesn't just grow plants, it builds an ecosystem that keeps growing stronger. So, let's talk about how to apply this method correctly. Placement actually matters more than most people realize. If you simply toss scraps on the surface, you just won't get the same results. The real goal here is to create the perfect environment, right where worms are already active, or most likely to travel. First, start by identifying the drip line of your plant. That's the area beneath the outer edges of the leaves. This is honestly where the most active roots are found. You'll want to dig a small trench about 4 to 6 inches deep. That depth protects the scraps from pests, while still keeping them within reach of worms. Before you bury the scraps, make sure to chop them into smaller pieces. This really speeds up decomposition and increases the surface area for microbial activity. Once you've placed them in the trench, just cover them lightly with soil and add a layer of mulch on top. The mulch helps retain moisture and regulate temperature, making the environment even more attractive to worms. Within a week or two, you'll start to notice increased activity beneath the surface. The importance of balance and observation really can't be overstated here. As powerful as this method is, moderation is key. Adding too many sugary scraps at once can disrupt the balance and attract unwanted pests. The goal is to support the system, not overwhelm it. Pay attention to how your soil responds. Healthy soil will become darker, looser, and just easier to work with. Over time, you'll notice improved plant growth, better water retention, and fewer signs of stress. Gardening at this level becomes less about following rules and more about understanding patterns. The more you observe, the more effective your decisions become. A simple practice with long-term impact. What makes this approach so valuable is its simplicity. It turns everyday waste into a powerful tool for regeneration. It reduces dependence on external inputs while building something that improves year after year. This is the kind of knowledge that stands the test of time. It's not a trend or a shortcut, it's a return to working with natural systems instead of against them. If you found this guide helpful, support nature's Flora by liking the video, sharing it with others, and subscribing for more content that helps you grow smarter, not harder. And don't forget to share your experience in the comments. Your insights might help someone else transform their soil too.